All right. First of all, I want to give a big shout out to BetterHelp. BetterHelp supports your mental health goals every step of the way. Listeners get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/findyourbeach. That's the code. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/findyourbeach for 10% off your first month. Let's do it.
When the panic hits the streets and the savages are coming for your lemon tree, just hold your baby close and don't break up, 'cause that would be awkward as fuck. No, just find your beach. Just find your beach.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to me, to Andy, to you guys,
To everybody.
to everybody. And I want to immediately shout out anybody who came out to the shows in DC this weekend. First, I want to say to our Patreon member, Kate Hargett, that I apologize because I did not see her text. She wanted to say hi after the show, and I had family members in the audience, and I was hiding in the green room.
Yeah, do you want to go
I don't want to go into that too much, but
Yeah, this is a public episode.
this is a public episode, so I'm just going to keep it at that. Listen, when my family sees my stand-up, I get very bashful. I hide the same way you would hide if your family read your diary as a kid.
Can I tell that little story about what you said to me after I was in Jackson this week?
No.
Come on, let me tell it.
No.
Nobody's going to hear it.
Everyone's going to hear it.
Okay. Anyways, we'll do it on a Patreon episode. I'll bring it up. It's
Nobody's going to hear it.
funny. Hey, hi, Rosie. I haven't seen you for, I don't know, a couple months.
It has been like,
Thanks for letting me come back to the place, grab some things.
you're welcome.
That was sweet of you.
Yeah, it's been nice. I mean, you've been here, and, I was used to kind of like owning it myself and sort of just spreading out.
I'm just going to spread out.
Yep, just spreading out all over the apartment. I was sleeping in a starfish pose on the living room floor for a few days. And God, I go back to work tomorrow.
I know.
And you don't go back to the van, right? The van portion of the tour is over.
The van is no longer. I am doing a week in LA that is just fun.
Yeah.
Shows, meetings, podcasts.
Promoting
and
your special,
promoting my special. And then
Coward of Gramercy, on YouTube right now. Check it out.
Yeah, it's doing pretty well. And also, thank you so much to all of the people that messaged me and said congrats, or that they loved it, or that they thought it was better than Whiskey Fist. Like, all those people.
Nobody did that. Nobody did that.
But no, thank you so much. And then I'm going to go up to Seattle, and I'm going to do some shows with Brandon Mordell, see my niece, because nice to see my niece.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go to Moon Tower with my wifey.
My wife.
My wife.
That's a spicy. What do we say?
That's a spicy meatball.
Is that what we say?
Yeah.
No, that's some good pasta.
That's some good pasta.
Yeah. I can't wait for Moon Tower. Can't wait to be back in Austin, city full of fucking dorks.
It's going to be so much better, though, because
Yeah.
we're not going to have, like, fucking people with, like, merch for their, like, CBD soda every fucking place.
That's good. Thank God. I think they actually let comics into the artist tent at Moon Tower.
Yeah.
That's also a plus. But it's been 2 weeks off. I haven't seen you really. I mean, this is the first time we've even been alone together since.
South by 10 days, 2 weeks, something like that.
God.
Yeah.
Damn.
How do
I'm exhausted.
how do the people that have like the real intense careers do it? You know what I mean?
Well, I think that's like, I mean, this is not to compare us to actually successful people, but I'm doing that right now. But I feel like if you're married in Hollywood, you just don't see your spouse.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I think it's like you go on vacations
yeah.
and you're like, or you probably like are like, we're taking a month off. Let's go to the ranch in Santa Fe. You know.
Well, I think people have this idea of like marriage as like this. You know, you're supposed to like be together all the time. You do everything together, and then. But how are you supposed to get anything done in your actual life if you do that? You know, you have to be, and also it's kind of cool, like being apart from one another. I get so excited to see you. I was walking home today with like my suitcase and the little ring light that I brought, and I saw our building, and I was like, God damn it, I love being home. I'm so happy. Every time I come home, I see you, I see Mouse. I just get so happy.
Yeah, it is nice. It's been nice too because we've been doing kind of exactly what we both want to do. Like, by the way, I'll say that Vandy Haynes' tour was a success in that I finished it, but it was not what I had planned on it being. I had a very nice time. I saw some beautiful stuff, but like everything I do, there's not enough time.
Yeah,
and I didn't even jump in any natural bodies of water.
Why not?
Couldn't
Because it was
find 'em.
freezing?
Well, I was planning on hitting some hot springs,
Yeah.
but I didn't allot the time.
Right.
And also, I was super scared about driving anywhere extra because gas was so expensive.
Oh.
We got to end this war. Just give them Ukraine so we can get these gas prices down.
Jesus Christ.
Just give in, you guys.
Jesus Christ, Andy.
No, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it's great to see you. I love you still.
Good.
I was afraid that
That's silly. You shouldn't be.
There was a couple days we didn't talk, and you were, at the top of the rock. And I'm talking about Dwayne Johnson.
I climbed up on his shoulders, and he gave me a ride around town.
How was DC? Was fun. You saw a little family.
DC was so fun. I mean, this was the first time that I've run the hour where like it does kind of feel like I'm stretching 20 minutes into 45, but I've got an idea of like where it's going and kind of seeing what's coming of it, and I'm excited about where it's going to end up. You know,
the future.
I wouldn't. I'm not really like I'm excited about the future kind of gal, but.
Well, I don't think the future's going to be very promising, anyways.
Well,
cool.
Thank you so much for that. Little fortune cookie. Anyway, thank you guys for coming out, and thanks for supporting both of us. We are working on, obviously, if you are a Patreon member, if you joined in February before February 15th, we promised that you would get a handwritten postcard, and we are working on those postcards, and they'll be out probably by the end of
They'll be out
next
this week.
This week?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing is that I can write the addresses, but Rosie kind of has to write the main message because my handwriting is so bad that you wouldn't be able to really enjoy it. So I'm signing most of them. But you'll notice the difference in handwriting, and you'll notice.
That's good that you're making it hard on the postal workers, and not our Patreon members.
Hey, look, they get great benefits. Real quick, speaking of patrons, I would like to welcome some new people to the beach. And also, I don't know if you want to go old school and read some iTunes reviews, but while I do this, Megan Caden, welcome to the beach. Jennifer Durst, welcome to the beach. Jose Magallanes.
What? How did you say that?
I think it's Magallanes.
Let me see that. Where?
Magallanes.
Magallanes?
Jose, sorry about that, but welcome to the beach. Bienvenidos. And... Bienvenidos, sir. Yeah, that's the patrons for this week. Thank you guys so much for coming. Mm-hmm. And please get a drink.
Pull up a Mai Tai.
Yeah, if you don't drink alcohol, we do have Heineken Zero.
We do.
And Diet Coke.
Yeah.
We're a Coke family.
Okay, here's our most recent review is from Mandy Sue Review. Y'all are my beach when away from a beach, which is often. My vacation I can take while relaxing in my own home. I laugh, I smile, and sometimes I'm on Rosebud's side, or sometimes I'm on Andy's. Stuck in the middle like a real child of divorce. Your pod truly brings me so much joy. Thank you both.
That was so
You're
nice.
so welcome. Thank you, Mandy. And those of you who have not left a review, head over to iTunes, leave us a review, and let us know what you love about the pod.
And real quickly, I want
Another
to
one.
go over to...
I wanted to get to the business of the podcast soon.
Well, I thought we were going
This
to
can
read
be
this.
after.
Okay, that's later.
While I was in DC this weekend, I saw on Twitter that there was a comedian got up in the middle. Okay, so there's this movie theater in Los Angeles, and the projector was broken, and a comedian decided to stand up and do her stand up.
Sans mic.
Sans mic, just raw.
And she's got real... Before we get into it, she's got real, like...
Wait, she decided to do this, to do like a long set for these people who were waiting for the movie to start. And there was no... She was also waiting to see the movie. So this wasn't like a planned, hey, go stall for the audience. She was like, let me take this upon myself to do this in Burbank tonight.
But for some reason, she's in a gown, which is something
She's
I
in a
don't...
gown. She's out in Burbank. You know
I don't
how
totally understand.
you know how you dress up for Burbank. And listen, my hope is that she was on a date.
Okay.
My hope is that she was on a date and that she wanted to show him or her what she's got.
Yeah.
Show off the goods.
Yeah.
But this is this has real LA comedy energy, you know, and to her credit, comedians in Los Angeles that are just starting out, they don't give a fuck where they're performing. They don't care if it's a movie theater. This is probably as close
They
to
don't
an
care if it's a
actual
parking
show that any comic on her level has performed in. This was probably the biggest venue that any comic on her level has performed in. And because most of them are doing shows in like, you know, fucking laundromats and
Well, also I want to
broom
say
closets.
it's not LA comedy vibes. It's really Valley. Like this screams of Lancashire Boulevard to me, which is like...
That's so specific. I mean, yeah.
If you're in LA, you know, it's North Hollywood. There's some clubs there, you know, that are like the LOL equivalent, you know, where it's like real grinders, you know, a dark scene. Am I allowed to talk shit about LOL?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure because you like kind of looked away and I was like, oh no, am I saying something wrong?
No. LOL Comedy Club in New York City is a just like a... I'm assuming a money laundering scheme. I have no idea what it is, but they did give me my start. And I performed there like five times a night, 5 nights a week for 2-3 years. So, you know, fuck that place. And yeah. But this is not as... I think even this is not quite as dark as LOL. It's more embarrassing.
Yeah.
But it's not as dark. So I really wanted to show this to Andy for the first time on the podcast because he has not seen the performance yet. A couple people did start tweeting about it. Somebody with the Twitter handle
_Charlie.
Yeah, all hell broke loose at the AMC Burbank 16 last night. And here we go. We're going to get it started.
So, I am a single mom. Do we have any single moms in the house? Take my ashes and spread them near Pismo Beach and Lake Tahoe and whatever's left over, I want you to put in your dad's coffee grinder. I feel like all the moms in NorCal thought I was a stripper because they hair tattoos. So I also like to give advice to people. I believe in Buddha. Jesus was never married. He could have been dropped off the kids for a week and have been like, here's your dead fish, bitch. I want to help. I want to inspire. I've been going through depression. Does anybody hear chant? I'm like, if that can get Tina Turner away from Ike Turner, that can get me out of my 1-bedroom into a house in the hills. And I joined the all-black gospel choir.
Okay, so yeah, she is doing Tina Turner's
That's actually
mantra.
all Buddhists. That's
Yeah.
the Buddhist chant. And
Well, it's Tina Turner's chant now.
okay, so it belongs to Tina.
Yeah.
Take that.
She was doing Tina Turner's chant, and she said if she if that can get Tina Turner away from Ike Turner, that can get this gal into a house in the hills out of a 1-bedroom. So far, complete nightmare. Absolute shit show. Just a real fuck show of a night.
Not a single laugh either. This is
not one laugh.
It honestly, because of the gown kind of situation, it looks like they're at the Oscars a little bit, and like one of the presenters just decided, like one of the women, like the eye candy they have, just walk up behind the presenters.
I think you're seeing that because we just watched the Oscars. I don't really see it, but
okay, that's fair.
It definitely feels like someone outside of the Oscars walked in and got on the stage.
The weirdest thing about this is the confidence. I mean, there is a panic kind of coming up in her voice, but like the confidence. This woman is mentally ill.
There's panic in the audience. You can feel the audience's panic.
Yeah.
She is not concerned.
Okay.
Even a little bit. Like she wants to prove that she's funny, so that's, I feel like you get that from it.
Yeah.
Where you see like an open micer and they're just they want to prove that they're funny.
They're
so
doing
they're doing the most.
The dance.
Yeah.
What's that called? I don't know. It's probably, I was going to say a term that I'd have to bleep out.
Yeah, I know exactly what term you were going to say. Okay, let me continue with this because this is where she starts talking about how she goes to black church. Okay.
I look back over my life and I think things over. Usually when I sing that song, the white people are confused. Put us out of our misery. Put us out of our misery. Oh.
Okay. So we got our first heckle. Our first heckle was one brave woman in the audience who said, please put us out of our misery. Did not say stop performing, just asked
to be killed.
To be killed.
Put us down.
Put us down. Okay.
Also, anytime somebody sings, I feel like there's like a few people I'll allow it, but like especially when a bad comic just like breaks out like oh, by the way, I can sing.
Yeah.
That's such a tell for me. Like I'm just like, oh, okay, I know exactly who you are. You've taken
You're a theater kid.
You've taken so many classes.
Yeah.
All
yep.
Right.
Do you want to come down here and try to entertain people? Well, you're trying to dim my light so you need something. I never thought I would see like a racist Asian. Sometimes people get jealous if they haven't been through as many things as you. So this is an opera that I wrote. I actually did it the other night at the Laugh Factory and they loved it.
Okay. She's doing an opera that she wrote.
Also, she called a woman a racist Asian somehow. I don't know, or something.
Yeah, that was okay. She's literally singing opera. I gotta know who this bitch is. I gotta know who she is.
If it was, here's what I'll say right now. If she is doing this all as a character, like she's purposely bad, and I'll say this every time this happens, genius.
Like Andy Kaufman level.
Yeah.
Yeah. When someone told this white woman to stop, the only comeback she could manage was, I've never seen a racist Asian before, to which an audience member retorted, you've been doing
a black accent for 20 minutes. I didn't really hear the black accent. I was waiting for the black accent. I didn't hear it. I heard some, moments of her putting on a little voice for like when she went to black church and stuff, but I didn't hear it. If she did do this at the Laugh Factory, it was a bringer. I think we can all comfortably say that was at a bringer. Although I don't know how low the Laugh Factory has stooped.
Oh my God. I hadn't read this article yet. And the woman who was doing this stand-up, she belted a song all in front of her 8-year-old daughter.
What kids movie is out right now? What movie were they waiting to see?
That doesn't matter. I don't know.
I don't know. What if she brought her kid to bring, to see like a bad movie too? It says a lot about what kind of mom she is. I mean, this already all says what kind of mom she is.
Yeah, it says everything.
This is like a momager, but she's doing it for herself. I want to know who she is.
You know what's really beautiful about this is that deep down inside, and the reason why I think so many Los Angeles people saw this and were shocked, appalled, and terrified, is that it really reflects the desperation and the delusion that people move to Los Angeles with.
Oh man, this is why I
This
left
is
LA.
inside of every person in Los Angeles.
This is why I left.
This please love me.
Lost City. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
That is inside every person in Los Angeles. And I think like she held up a mirror to everyone in that audience and they went, "Oh no.
It made me not
We're
wanna,
not liking what we see."
It made me not want to visit Los Angeles in a week.
Is that why when I came home you were like, "Do you want me to not go?"
There's been a few things, but this is the main reason why I don't like LA is there's this kind of like, you know, in a movie when like somebody's like they're trying to keep a lie in and so they get in an altercation and they accidentally kill somebody.
Yeah.
That's LA in a nutshell, is that it is a city that is full of people that are afraid you are going to find out they are a fraud.
Yeah.
And they will kill you to
Yeah.
keep that secret.
Yeah. Yeah. This is okay, I mean, one of the tweets was, "I'm at the AMC cinema waiting for Lost City. The projector's broken. They've been working to fix it for 30 minutes. A woman in the audience has decided to get up, go to the front, and just try out her stand-up comedy on us. It's not good."
That's so funny. It's not good is such a funny reaction.
It's not good.
It's not good.
Yeah. Another person tweeted, I'm having an out-of-body experience.
Oh, I think that's her.
No, that's another audience member. No one seems to be able to find, no one can find who this woman is. If you can find out who this woman is, this took place at the AMC in Burbank.
Well, I'm sure it's out now. We just got to look a little deeper.
Yeah.
Here's a weird thing is that sometimes I feel like people do this like famous people. Mm-hmm. Like when I used to work on ground floor, we would go and we'd watch tapings of Undateable. And the cast of that was Chris D'Elia, Brent Morin, Ron Funches, Rick Glassman. And because Bill Lawrence, the producer, liked stand-up so much, he would have them do stand-up for the live audience there. And they actually could kind of pull it off. And this is also like a much different situation. But that's so funny when Flappers won't book you for the Yoo-Hoo room.
I know.
Dude, roasted.
I mean,
I smelled burning flesh.
Yeah, she also says in her stand-up routine that she's a psychic medium on the side, which does explain a lot. There's a lot of stand-ups with psychic medium or
Hyphenates.
or like life coach experiences. I won't say names on this.
I've seen a few, like, especially during the pandemic, that was a fun thing. And I don't mean to begrudge anybody, but there was a lot of people that pulled out a extra skill during the pandemic where they were like, by the way, unemployment is running out. And I'm also able to talk to dead relatives. So if you want to just DM
Give me a call. I can talk to your dead relatives. I can hit up your grandma, your mom, your dead dog. That's my favorite is when they throw dogs in the mix. Because I'm not going to lie, there was a time right after my dog died where I was so fragile. And I remember looking up psychic mediums, dead pets. And as I was doing it going, wow, the fact that I'm even doing this is like, I'm aware that I'm desperate.
You've gone to a very dark place.
Well, like just desperate for some you are clawing for a reason for why something happened, and you're willing to throw money at a fraud to make you feel better. Which I think is fine if you're aware of it. It's not going to work as well. You have to believe in what you're doing for it to work. But I literally was like, I might just reach out to this person just because I need the fake thing, I'm not going to believe it, but I want to try, I want to try to be scammed.
Yeah, there's something about it where it's like, there's times like when I was going through that bad breakup the year before we got together, and it had nothing to do with that woman. I just was a dry alcoholic.
Yeah.
But
And also, you were only with her for like
I saw
6 months.
I saw a tarot card reader. Like I went to their house.
Oh no.
And I like full-heartedly embraced a tarot card reading. And I'm not against that stuff because like the little, like the little bit of relief, it's like astrology where it's like not real, but it's fun.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel better in a weird way. Mm-hmm. So I was like okay with it.
Yeah.
But that's what, it's just a heightened version of that. So as of Thursday morning, Tiffany King claims she had not seen the viral footage of her impromptu stand-up in front of a crowd seated.
Tiffany King is her name.
Yeah, and I'm trying to find, is a professional psychic medium, a self-proclaimed momic, have not heard that.
Haven't heard that
and
either.
And a recent
but
winner of Celebrity Dating Game.
Said her performance.
There she is.
Go up. Said her performance was a victory against misogyny. How convenient.
Wow, it's great that you were able to spin that into a victory. Because I saw all those men trying to do stand-up in front of you, and you said, no, my daughter's night has to be ruined for the plight of women.
Oh, no.
A theater kid, somebody said...
Honestly, my kid dared me to go down there. I'm a single mom. I can't get up there every night like a lot of comedians, but my kid dared me, and I'm not going to say no to my kid. You should say no to your kid.
That's a big thing.
Say no to your children.
And then here is, I think, an answer.
Oh, no. Let's turn on the volume. Let's rewind it.
I just wanted to check in. This is my blue light glasses. Had a lot of people that have texted me, checked on me. Right now, the newest thing is he's not acknowledging Zara's asthma. So him and his girlfriend sent her to school last week.
Wait, what is
after
this
she'd had a
about?
fever and
I
a
think
cough.
this is not about... I guess this is just a video.
This is why you have to read the article, Andy. So she said she took the stage. Hold on a second. She said she took the stage for about a minute and started returning to her seat when a woman loudly complained about her performance, saying, "Put us out of our misery." Two people in the front row encouraged her to ignore the negativity. That's great. Yeah. Just
Those people
trust
should be
the people.
arrested.
Yeah, they are the closest people to you. They're not going to, you're obviously unwell. And she heard clapping, so she returned to the spotlight for about 15 more minutes. 15 more minutes!
Wow.
She had done a set at the Laugh Factory in Long Beach a few days prior, and that was a very different set, the kind she couldn't do in front of her child, which involved her personal experiences with alleged abuse and misogyny.
I like that they put alleged. Like, she's such a untrustworthy person that even the person writing this is like, we're not going to say she got abused.
I'm not going to say, you have to say alleged if you're like, I'm not going to say that she didn't get abused, but like, how is her doing a set at the fucking, like, you're ruining people's nights. I guess like a lot of men were not going to get laid after watching that. You know what I mean? Like, it did throw off the night probably for a couple people. Fucked up the date.
Yeah.
So what did she do? An amalgamation of clean bits from some of her practiced sets, as well as quite a bit of opera.
Mm-hmm.
She said she walked directly to the woman who jeered at her earlier, and as she sang, which can briefly be seen in the original clip, she said it's all practice for her upcoming album, which will include comedy, music, and a parody of an R&B song about a guy with a tiny penis.
So is that a parody of Short Short Man, or is she doing a parody of another R&B song she's gonna switch it to a man about
It's
it?
going to be called Tiny Tiny Penis.
I don't want
Probably.
to. It'd be funny if she thought she could do a parody of Short Short Man, which is already a joke song.
Yeah. In response to that sigh, I felt that. In response to the people who bemoaned the fact that anyone could effectively use patient moviegoers as an audience for stand-up set, she joked that it's going to become her shtick in the future.
I mean, that's half of stand-up is ambush, hostage situations.
Yeah, listen, nobody wants to watch a stand-up. I mean, stand-up is the only art form where, like, if you are going out to dinner with someone and you walk into the restaurant and there is stand-up there, you will be upset and you will leave the restaurant.
Also, stand-up's
People get very upset at public stand-up.
Stand-up is also one of the things where it's one of the few art forms where you start performing immediately. Like everything else, you do it in a room and you practice for a long time.
Yeah.
And then they're like, you're ready. But stand-up, they're like, all right, get up there and ruin people's nights.
Yep. And you just have to. So there's a part of you that watches this and you go, oh my God, like, because you've done it. You know? You haven't done it like this, but you've done it. You've ruined people's nights. You just were there with more people doing it.
Oh my God, this is such a LA. This is such a LA response. One Twitter user who said she was in the audience said there were a lot of industry people there. They weren't there to see stand-up comedy, but that's what they got. And at least the two people in the front row seemed to enjoy it. One of those people was not her daughter. But I just love that somebody was like, there actually is a lot of industry here, which is just like
no, I mean,
a gaffer.
This person is saying, this person's saying, I think it's a great idea. Get a warm-up comic for movie theaters. I just need a little microphone and a speaker, and I would just go do it because I love comedy so much, she said.
That's her. That's Tiffany saying that.
Yeah. King added that this particular screening was for members of the AMC Stubbs A-List, a program that offers discounted tickets through a monthly subscription.
Why would you add that?
Maybe she's got a fucking brand deal. Listen, I didn't kill it, but I've bombed harder than that before, she says. I don't know. I mean,
okay. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. God. Comedy is a muscle. You have to work at it, and that was a good workout for me.
I think you mean just like ambivalence, like kicking your shins against a concrete wall so you don't feel pain. I don't know if you worked out your stand-up muscle there. I think you more just...
That's really, you just threw yourself into traffic to see if you could feel something. I get it. People were there to see Channing Tatum. They weren't there to see some chick in a tight dress tell jokes. After the interview ended, King quickly called back to plug her nonprofit, Momic Productions, which pays for up to 1 month of childcare for single mom artists leading up to a showcase of their work. That way, they won't have to playfully hijack a movie theater instead of screening to work on their material. Listen, you know, Andy, it's funny. We talk about having kids, and what do I say?
You say...
It'll ruin my career. Don't I say that?
You do.
Yeah. This is a good example of what I'm talking about.
Oh, she's totally a momager. Look at this kid.
Well, don't bring her kid into it.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying the kid is like, she's got a beautiful child that's very clearly she's pushing into a horrible life.
Yeah, her kid has headshots. I mean, every kid in LA has headshots.
All right, let's check this out.
Oh my God.
Doing good, Tiff.
Okay, so stop. Andy's just looking at naked pictures of this woman on her Instagram.
Go to Mr. Skins real quick. I want to see if she's done any.
I mean, it's really like, you're disgusting.
Okay.
I just needed you to see that because I was like, this is, I've seen a lot of people bomb. I've bombed a lot of times. And I watched this and I just went, God, like I felt it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like, watching a comic bomb for me is like watching a zit popping video. Like, it's like, I'm disgusted and I can't stop.
Yeah, I can't deal with it. I actually would
love
rather watch zit popping movies while eating pudding than videos.
Full feature zit popping movies.
Zit popping movies. You know what? When I came up doing comedy in Seattle at the Comedy Underground, there was an open mic and there was a lot of kind of homeless, crazy people that would come up. And there was a guy named, a crackhead named Mickey Wales who had a mentally disadvantaged girlfriend that would videotape him with a VHS camera roll.
And speaking of mentally disadvantaged, is something preventing you from achieving your goals? What interferes with your happiness? Check out betterhelp.com/findyourbeach.
BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist.
Yeah.
Connect in a safe and private online environment. It's so convenient. You can start communicating in under 48 hours.
It's not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It is professional counseling done securely online. I myself do all of my therapist sessions over the phone. I find it very useful because while I'm speaking to my therapist, I can say, I've had a productive day while having never left the house.
Yeah, she's just covered in goo.
If you're a fan of lying to your therapist, this kind of thing is fantastic. But it actually does help.
Send a message to your counselor anytime. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, all without ever having to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room.
Right?
Ugh, I hate waiting rooms.
BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed. It's more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available. The service is available for clients worldwide. Find the particular expertise you need online. Don't limit yourself to the counselors located near you. Licensed professional counselors who are specialized in depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, anger, sleeping, trauma, family conflicts, LGBTQ matters, grief, self-esteem. Anything you share is confidential, convenient, professional, affordable. Check out the testimonials posted daily on their site. In fact, so many people have been using BetterHelp that they are recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. So we have a listener offer for you guys.
As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/findyourbeach. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that is betterhelp.com/findyourbeach.
And go ahead and if you are struggling, make sure you hit them up, get into counseling. It's very, very helpful. We're both in therapy. You should be in therapy. Everyone should be in therapy. Okay.
And just so you know, I was going to say the crackhead would do stand-up and he would get lighted and the music would turned on and the mic turned off every single time that he did stand-up.
Yeah.
And he had more awareness than this woman. And by the way, one time, I think I've told this story before, but one time he got cut and he went into a bag and he pulled out a bullhorn and he started telling jokes over the bullhorn.
That's great.
Yeah, it was one of the best ways to start comedy.
It's actually amazing.
We all were dying
Took
laughing.
out a bullhorn and just started yelling his jokes over it.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, it was a really great
That's
experience.
so funny.
So
I remember one time in Montreal, I saw a crackhead arguing with a cop about what did he say? He was like, The Rock. Like, he was like, she said something about, he said, are you smoking like rock or whatever? And she goes, The Rock? His name is not The Rock. It is Dwayne Johnson. And she started naming his credits and started like telling him what a great actor Dwayne Johnson was. And it was the funniest thing to me to just see this cop be like, yeah, no, he's a great actor.
Good actor.
He's a
You
really
can't
good actor.
Smoke crack publicly. Please stop smoking crack.
Okay, so we have a little message from one of our Patreon members that we wanted to read on the pod today. Andy, do you want to start it off?
Yeah, there's some personal information in this. This is a new patron, but I'm
Wait.
just going to say...
Are we jumping too fast? Should we wish some luck to Tiffany? Because I do feel like we should wish her luck.
Yeah, I feel like I besmirched her, but she is a single mom and she's trying to make it. And I'm sure that, things have been much darker than the AMC in Burbank.
Not for her daughter.
No,
Not for her daughter. That was probably the worst
her
day
daughter
of her
wrote
daughter's
that
life.
set, though.
Yeah.
But this is a patron, a new
Okay.
patron.
Okay.
We'll call her JD.
Okay.
And I'll start it off. I fucking did it. Every time I tried to sign up for Patreon from home, I was either too stoned or it was in the middle of the night. But here I am, perfectly straight at work at 2 p.m, and I did it. I first stumbled across Rosebud 4 months ago when I left Dry Bar Comedy playing on YouTube one evening, and you reeled me in. Then I watched some podcasts with Rosebud where she frequently mentioned her husband, and I thought, he has to be at least as funny as Rosebud. So I checked him out, and yes, Andy, you are at least as funny as Rosebud. I have devoured everything I can from both of you, and my mental health is better for it. You may have even saved my marriage, although I can't listen to you in bed because when Rosebud gets loud, her voice wakes my husband up through my headphones.
Oops.
She's got a real boomer.
Yep. Bass. You don't have to call me a boomer.
She's a boomer. You have both seriously brought me a lot of joy, and it's good to have sober friends, even if it's online. I am 237 days free from a 12-year daily alcohol addiction, and now I am just a stoner. I am okay with it for now, but let me tell you, you guys make me laugh even without weed.
Hell yeah.
And on top of that, you are both sexy as fuck. And if Andy could start an ASMR channel, I could definitely fall asleep to him reading bedtime stories.
I could too. You have a great voice for like audio narration.
Calm app, hit me up. I'm available.
Your voice really does a great job of putting people to sleep. And I want to,
I do have a
compliment
very,
you on that.
I should do like Lincoln Town Car, kind of like ads.
No, you're not Matthew McConaughey.
Lincoln, is it a car or is it a lifestyle? All right. You have my second favorite male voice next to Andrew from Huberman Lab podcast. All right. Well, I don't know who that is, but I'll take it. If you could both get together and read some erotica, that would be some top tier shit for sure. I think this woman's trying to fuck us both.
Definitely.
Absolutely would pay for that. And speaking of money, please direct my entire Patreon subscription to Andy so he can stop whining about being the broke one. All right, JD.
Oh, God bless you.
Really, I just love you both. Loved Andy's special, and the promo was great. And congrats on SNL, Rosebud. And Andy, keep supporting your gorgeous wife. Your turn is coming. I hate that this is somehow my narrative.
You did this to yourself.
And, well, you told me to be vulnerable.
You did
and
this.
then you exploited it, and then you created a dynamic that I hate. And even if it doesn't, you already have a wife and dog that love you, so suck it up and take what you can get. I hate all of you. I hate you so much. I'm fine. I'm annoyed, okay?
Don't you understand that you're the most fun person to annoy?
Yes, I get it.
You get so annoyed in an adorable, funny way. And we're never going to stop. We're going to keep making fun of you.
I get it.
Until I come in and you've hung yourself with a Kate Spade bag.
That's really insensitive. We're probably going to have to cut that out because you work for a giant corporation. But all right, I want to set the record
You're
straight.
right. I'm sorry I
want to
said that.
set the record straight.
I'm sorry.
Fine. I'm great. All right? It's just sometimes when I get offered a gig and it's like, "Do you want to perform for this bag of granola?" You just have to drive to Woodstock and you have to not be here. And then the Rosebud, they're like, "We can pick you up in a helicopter on your roof." It does make me go like, what am I doing that is so much less valuable? Anyways, I'm fine. I like my life. I get to do cool shit. I don't have to go to work like this fucking dweeb. Fucking jerks.
You gonna turn this around?
No.
You gonna let me save it?
I'll save it.
You better, because you are not likable right now.
I don't care. Why would you be likable? Why don't... I'm so mad right now.
So you're not gonna thank the person who just said that?
Suck it up? No, I'm not. But
she
thank
said
you
she's
for your nice
donating
message.
her whole subscription to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I already take it.
Why are you trying to push the the dining room table
Because
away
I
like
want
it's a
to
desk?
jump out the window. I want to
You're
get
absurd.
enough leverage.
You're absurd.
I hate this.
Take a joke.
I did.
Take a
I
joke.
have the joke. I'm keeping it. So mad. This is not who I am. I have to go. I have to leave this entire life. I'm going to go work on a sober ranch in Wyoming.
I'm gonna let him sit.
Never
in this.
look
I
at
want
my
you guys
phone.
to hear what I have to hear. Go ahead.
No, I'm fine.
No, go ahead.
I'm fine.
You said you were moving to a sober ranch.
I'm going to go actually help people. Mm-hmm. I'm going to stop getting out of this selfish lifestyle that I've chosen.
Okay.
And I'm going to help. I'm going to be a good person.
I missed you until this very moment.
I know you did.
I really did, and what you just did was disgusting, and I'm turned off and dry.
Great.
Okay, so we got one more message we're gonna read, and thank you, JD,
No, don't read
and
this one.
congratulations for for coming to the beach and for being able to sign yourself up. And also congratulations on quitting drinking, because that's very hard.
That's huge.
And when you stop quitting drinking and you're smoking weed to get through it, you know, Andy did that for a long time.
Yeah,
and look how great he turned out.
The marijuana maintenance program works for, you know, until it doesn't work. So keep it up, and then when you need more, do that. Isn't that what you would say? I don't know.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, we got another one from Meg the nurse. Haha, just listened to your episode and yet back at work after 8 weeks maternity leave. I know it sucks, but it's all good. Also, yes, movie nights were an amazing memory. This was in the early pandemic. I remember when we all watched Bird Box together while Rosie was doing planks. Great times. Love you guys. Wow, I remember that too.
That was the first month.
Bird Box.
That was a fun night. Bird Box was a fun night.
I loved Bird Box because that woman had very similar energy to me. Her character.
Sandra Bullock?
Sandra Bullock's character was very similar to me.
You do have Sandra Bullock energy.
Boy, girl, be quiet. Get in the boat.
Boy, girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to name our kids Boy, Girl.
I like that. Kids?
Yeah.
Now we're having two. Okay,
Well,
cool.
I'll have one and I'll name it Boy, Girl, and then it can decide.
Yeah.
On the name, not the gender.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Everything's up to whatever. I don't have anything else to say, and this feels like we're running out of steam, right?
Yeah. Go do that BetterHelp stuff if you need it.
Definitely, if you need it, go do BetterHelp, and then also don't do stand-up in a movie theater.
And also go to both our websites if you want to see us live. Our dates are up. I think Rosebud's. Did you fix yours yet?
Nope.
But you'll just Google. I don't know. Whatever.
I know I'll be at Moon Tower, and I know I'll be at Hilarities, right?
I don't know about Hilarities, but I know that you have dates coming up. So, yeah.
And go check out Andy's special,
If you haven't yet, yeah, please.
The Coward of Gramercy, on YouTube right now. And I know we give you guys a bunch of shit to do every week, but you can pick one of those things. And make sure you tell everybody about it, because it's a great special, and I loved it. And I've watched it twice.
Thanks again. Bye.
Wash your hands. Don't lick your lover's eyeballs. Don't spit in their mouths. Bye.
Bye.
Just find your peace, baby.